Hey guys, so I do realize we're off schedule a little bit, but I just randomly had the idea to do this, so I thought why not, before I forget about it. Then again, that schedule does only apply to streaming, so I can publish random videos whatever time I want to. Back in the winter, I want to say, I made a What's on My Android Phone video for you guys. Well, there have been some things that have changed, and I wanted to go over some of them and just kind of give you an updated look at what I've got on me. We will probably do these every few months or so, because I'm always finding new stuff. So, here we go.
Home. Labels. Buttons. Text boxes. Images. Checkboxes.
Let me slow this down.
Lists. List items. Focusable elements. Clickable elements. Nodes. Scrolling mode. Vertical navigation. Characters. Words. Sentences. Paragraphs. Pages. Copying mode. Media volume. TTS rate. OCR and translation. TTS rate. 95. 100. 88. 65.
Alright, that should do it.
Be my eyes. Bard mode.
I'm going to go over my home screen first, and then the app drawer. Now, I am still using Nova Launcher. I like Nova. I'm not switching my launcher, so don't ask. A lot of this is still in the same order it was the last time I showed it to you. But we're going to go over it anyway. So Bard Mobile, for those who don't know, that is the app from the National Library Service so that, you can listen to and read your books and that kind of stuff.
Be my eyes.
Be My Eyes, I think we all by now know what that is and what it does. But for those who don't, it's a service where you can get some volunteer help if you need sighted assistance with something, or if you think you can just take a picture of it, you can use the AI to get help that way. And you can also get specialized help from Microsoft and stuff like that from the service directory. I had to use that one time because my Windows blew up in my face and I needed startup repair help.
Zedge.
Zedge is not the most accessible thing in the world, but I keep it around because I like it. I like what it does, so it is kind of like a repository for ringtones and wallpapers and stuff like that. Somebody has to help me use it most of the time, but I can still get some pretty awesome stuff out of it.
Clock.
That's the Google Clock app. I think we all know what a clock is.
Nova settings.
That's Nova settings. That's for the launcher. If you guys want me to take you on a tour of that and how to customize it at some point, let me know and I will.
Telegram has 18 notifications.
Telegram, that's a messaging service that I use quite frequently. I love it. Much better on Android than it is on iOS, though. I will say that much.
Spotify.
I think we all know what Spotify is, so I don't even think I need to stop and explain that one.
Trivia Crack.
Trivia Crack is another game that if you guys want to see, I will demo it for you. You'll be able to see it without all the stupid spammy video ads because I have an ad blocker at the system level.
Fitbit.
Fitbit, I use that. I think everyone on the planet by now knows what Fitbit is. That works in conjunction with my watch.
Camera.
That's the Pixel Camera app that has that marvelous guided frame thing. Like I said before, I think if you want a tutorial on that, I will make it.
Discord has 1 notification.
I hope we all know by now what Discord is.
Envision AI.
Envision AI, that's another visual assistance thing. You don't have the human volunteers, but you can get pictures. And honestly, I don't know what all this one does because this is not one that I use as often. I used to use it when I had to boot camp because it was the only one that could halfway read my computer screen before Be My AI came around.
Files.
That's Files by Google. That is, a file manager. It comes with the phone.
Seeing AI.
Seeing AI, that is one of my favorite apps ever. That is an app from Microsoft that does product recognition, text recognition, document recognition, currency recognition. Oh gosh, I don't even know what all it does now. They keep adding stuff.
Hulu.
Hulu, I think we know what that is. It's the streaming service.
Chat.
Google Chat, used to be Google Hangouts. Shut up, email.
Dice World.
Dice World, that is something that I do use. Although if you've tried to play me recently, you'll notice you keep getting left hanging, and that is because my notifications do not work. Like, at all. It's obviously from the name, you could probably tell it's got a bunch of dice games in it.
Tusky has 36
Tusky, that is
notifications.
my Mastodon client. That's the one I use because it's got action support and, well, the interface isn't cluttered and ugly and messy and, yeah.
Watch.
Google Pixel Watch, that ties to my watch so I can set it up and use it.
I'll just set up here for a good
Element.
Element, that is a messenger client for the Matrix protocol thing. It's kind of like Discord in Mastodon terms, basically. It's messaging that's like decentralized, like Mastodon is. That's the only way I know how to explain it. It's kind of complicated.
Keep notes.
Keep Notes, that is an app from Google that lets you, well, keep notes. Notes, lists, all kinds of stuff in it.
Lookout.
Lookout is another app from Google that does product recognition, document recognition, image descriptions, that kind of thing.
Macrodroid.
Macrodroid is a device automation app. Think Apple Shortcuts as a comparable equivalent.
Messenger.
Facebook Messenger, I think we already know what that is.
Discover.
Discover, that is one of my banking apps.
PayPal has 1 notification.
If you don't know what PayPal is, I can't help you.
Voice.
Google Voice, that is for texting and calling and stuff if you don't want to give out your regular phone number.
Pocket Casts has 1
Pocket
notification.
Casts is my podcast player of choice.
Meet.
Google Meet, that comes with the phone.
Mastodon has
I
4
think-
notifications.
Mastodon, that is the regular Mastodon client, and the reason I have that is because as good as Tusky is, it lacks, punctual notification support. Like, you'll get your notifications 3 hours after they actually come in. So I installed the regular Mastodon app just so I could get my notifications on time.
Pandora.
Pandora, I hope we all know what that is, the music streaming thing.
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus, I use that service because Jeopardy comes on my CBS station, and they have all of the Nickelodeon cartoons and stuff like that, so I can just sit around binge watching cartoons.
Pluto TV.
Pluto TV, I still love that service, even though Greedy Pictures Entertainment made them get rid of my favorite channel. I don't blame Pluto for that, I blame Greedy Pictures Entertainment for that, because it was over money. Instead of taking it out of their CEO's pocket, they took away our channel, because they wanted more money. And yeah, they're stingy and greedy and typical of evil corporations and bullcrap.
Red Reader has 1
Red
notification.
Reader, that is a Reddit client, one of the approximately 3 that still exists.
Play Store.
Google Play Store, I don't think I need to explain what that does.
Where Installer 2.
Where Installer 2 is an app to let you sideload software onto your watch. Like some of you may have noticed, I have a commentary screen reader on my watch. That's how I made it do that.
Health Studies.
Health Studies is the equivalent of the Apple Research app. That's the Google equivalent, and I haven't used it in ages. Don't know why it's on my home screen. Actually, I do know why it's on my home screen. I had to do, daily surveys for a while, so I put it there so I could avoid chasing it.
Copilot.
Copilot, that is the Microsoft Copilot app that really doesn't work all that well. I don't think it does anyway. It's kind of clunky and ugly. It was just on my home screen because, well, I used to like to play with it before it got clunky and ugly.
Chime.
Chime, that is my other banking app.
Don't touch my phone.
Don't touch my phone. That is an app that I will demonstrate for you folks at some point if you want me to. That is a security measure for your phone. You arm it basically, and if someone tries to pick up your phone and walk off with it, it starts blasting an alarm at them. And you have to be the one to disarm it with a code. So, yeah. Actually, if you look on accessibleandroid.com, I actually submitted that app to their listings. So, yeah.
BitLife.
BitLife, that works. Sort of. You do need sighted assistance to enable the plugin, unless you've got the pro version of CSR and can use virtual screen. Because then you can turn on your own plugin.
Photos.
Google Photos, that comes with the phone.
Send files to TV.
Send Files to TV, that is an app that you install on your phone and your Chromecast. And you can send files from your phone to your TV, like for sideloading apps and stuff like that.
Settings.
That is the Android Settings app.
Smart Audiobook Player.
Smart Audiobook Player is my thingy for just regular audiobooks. Well, one of my thingies.
Asmar.
That's a game that we should really look into playing sometime. Because that game is amazing. I love it. It's very addictive, very much fun. Just awesomeness.
Audible.
If you folks don't know what Audible is, then I don't think I can help you.
Fazendenha.
That is a game. It's like a farming simulator type thing.
AudioCat platform.
AudioCat platform. That is another thing that we need to demonstrate at some point. It's like this online game thing. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. But it's got a couple of awesome games in it. Well, I think they're awesome. I like them.
Home.
That's the Google Home app.
The time is
You
now
know that
2
we
p.m.
kind of need that because we have a Nest Audio over here.
Amazon Alexa has one notification.
That is the Amazon. I'm not saying the rest of that because I have an Echo over here that will listen. That is for configuring said devices and that kind of stuff.
Visible.
Visible, that is my cell phone provider. It's based on the Verizon towers and things like that. And it is like $25 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. And actually, what I think I may do is put my referral link in the video description for any of you who might want it. See, what happens if you use my referral link is that you get your first month for $5 and I get the next one for $5.
ChatGPT.
I think we all know by now what ChatGPT is. I play around with that sometimes.
TuneIn Radio.
TuneIn Radio, I use that because, for right now at least, they have Jeopardy radio stations. Until Greedy Pictures Entertainment takes them away.
WhatsApp has 11 notifications.
If you don't know what WhatsApp is, I really can't help you, and I need to clean mine out, by the looks of it.
ASR.
ASR is my voice recorder that I use to record my podcasts and things like that.
Amazon Shopping.
Amazon Shopping, I would hope you folks know what that is.
YouTube has 6 notifications.
If you don't know what YouTube is, then I really, really, really cannot help you. This is actually a modded version of YouTube, patched with something we'll get to here in a little while. So that I don't have to deal with ads and that kind of bullcrap because YouTube does not respect the fact that I have an ad blocker installed.
Reader.
Reader, that is the Android equivalent of Voice Dream Reader that does not try to charge you an arm and a leg to use the product. The app itself is $10, and if you want extra voices, you have to pay for those, but you do get one for free.
I see an orc.
You get to pick,
I lined up a good
but you only have to pay it one time, and you get use of the app, well, forever.
151
Libby.
damage.
Libby is formerly Overdrive. I do not like this new app. I miss the classic Overdrive app, but they clearly don't give a crap what we feel because they discontinued it.
Home. Phone has 1 notification.
That's Google Phone,
Messages. Doc.
Messages,
Firefox.
Firefox. I hope we all know what Firefox does.
Outlook has 18 notifications.
That is my email client. I use Outlook instead of Gmail because with Outlook you can have all of your inboxes mashed into one and you don't have to keep switching between them.
VLC.
VLC is my music player.
Didn't stand a chance.
I absolutely love VLC. VLC is amazingness.
Home button.
Now I'm going to press my home key to pull up the app drawer.
Apps. Air Voice Wire. AirDrop. Accept Acapella TTS Voices.
Acapella TTS Voices, I do have that engine installed.
Accessible Goose Game.
That is a random audio game. I don't remember where I got it from. I just know I have it.
AirDroid.
I installed that thinking it was something different, and I just haven't uninstalled it. I thought that was the name of an app that would let you airdrop from iPhone to Android, and there were some files I needed to transfer, but it wasn't, so yeah.
Air Voice Wireless.
I had that because of my old cell phone provider. It was one of the ACP phones, and I was trying to get a port-out pin so I could replace my, or not replace, but yeah, replace my cell phone provider and take my number with me, and they would not help with it, like, at all. That app sucked.
Akinator.
That's another game that we need to play. It's a character guessing game that I absolutely love. Like I said, some of these we've talked about before, but not necessarily all of them.
Amazon Alexa has 1
We've talked
notification.
about that
Amazon Shopping.
and that.
APK installer.
APK installer is just what it says. I had to install that at one point when I was beta testing Android 15 because the package installer broke badly. Like if you tried to install an APK, it would crash.
App Inspector.
App Inspector is a nifty little tool for if you want to like uninstall a system component with ADB or something like that. You can get the package name so you can get rid of it.
Look,
I keep it around in case it's needed, but the most famous example of me needing it was when I was using Samsung and wanted to get rid of their TalkBack to use the Google version instead.
Artists.
That's Bandcamp for artists. I do have a Bandcamp page. Doesn't have much on it, but I've got one.
ASR.
We talked about that,
Audible.
and that,
AudioCat platform.
and that.
Authenticator.
That's Google Authenticator. That's an app for getting security codes.
Auto TDS.
I got a hold of that recently, but honestly haven't used it. Gotta love Google Play Cards. It's a TTS thing that's supposed to give you access to like some of the higher quality Google voices, but I haven't figured it out.
Nova Launcher. ASMR.
Talked about that,
Bard Mobile.
and that,
Be My Eyes.
and that,
BitLife.
and that.
Calculator.
That's the calculator app that comes with the phone.
Calendar.
Same with that, comes with the phone,
Camera.
and that.
Cash App.
That's Cash App. That's people can send me money if they want to. My tag is $evil chocolate cookie. The E in evil, the first C in chocolate, and the C in cookie are all capitalized if you were to want to use it. You don't have to, I'm just saying if you do.
SearPlay.
That's the Serproc TTS voices, but I wouldn't recommend using them as daily drivers because they lag badly.
Chat.
Talked about that, and that,
Chime.
and that.
Chrome.
That's Google Chrome, comes with the phone.
Clock.
That.
Clubhouse has one notification.
Clubhouse, I keep that around. I have managed to use it a little bit since they broke everything, but it's not what it used to be, not by a long shot.
Contacts.
That's the Google Contacts app, comes with the phone.
Copilot.
We've talked about that.
Crack and break.
That is a fun little thing to help you if you're aggravated or stressed or whatever. You go in there and you can like smash light bulbs and pop balloons and break bottles and just a bunch of like that virtual smashing stuff. So yeah, it's kind of awesome.
Crafting Kingdom.
That's another game that we haven't covered. It's one of those clicker type games.
CX File Explorer.
That's a third-party file manager I had to install because something broke, and ASR will not save to the regular Google Files app, so I had to get another one so I could post my podcast.
Dice World.
Talked about that.
Discord.
That.
Discovery Plus.
I don't know why I still have that installed. My free trial ran out ages ago, but that's Discovery Plus. Streaming service I wish I had the money to keep, because they've got some really good stuff on there that I like to watch.
New notification from Discord admins having pound sign general chat. Jennifer, good afternoon.
That's Google Docs. It's kind of the Microsoft Word equivalent.
Don't touch my phone.
Talked about that.
DoorDash.
DoorDash. Now, I do not order a lot of food, but I keep DoorDash around so that when we go to restaurants or someone else wants to order food and they ask me what I want, I can look at the menu. Because a lot of the restaurants around here do not have an accessible way to look at the menu.
Drive.
Google Drive, cloud storage,
Dropbox.
Dropbox, more cloud storage. I think we all know what Dropbox is.
Easy Reader.
Easy Reader. I don't know why I still have that around. I guess I just keep it in case the Voice Dream Reader equivalent breaks like it did one time. It like would not play squat. So, yeah.
eBay has 6 notifications.
If you don't know what eBay is, well, I can't help you. Speaking of which,
Discord line manager pound sign done.
I've got a little surprise for you all coming in. Something I think you're going to like to see.
Element.
We talked about that
Envision AI.
and that.
Evidence 111.
That's a game that I haven't messed too much with.
Fazendenha.
Talked about that.
Feedback.
That's the Android beta feedback app if you're beta testing Android. I can mention that because it's public. You can just go on the website and sign up for it.
Files.
We talked about that.
Find device.
I think the title of that is self-explanatory. If you misplace something, you can go in there and look for it.
Firefox.
Firefox, we talked about that.
Fit.
Google Fit, I don't use that.
Fitbit.
I do use that, and we've talked about it.
Frequency missing.
That's another game that we haven't played, but we really should. I love that game right there.
Galactic colonies.
Galactic Colonies, I think we did a brief overview of that like a long time ago because we had technical difficulties with it not wanting to do its thing. So, yeah.
Genius.
Genius, that is for looking up song lyrics.
Gmail has 2 notifications.
Gmail comes with the phone.
Goldwave.
Goldwave, that is an audio editor, and I do not know why I installed it because I cannot figure it out in the slightest. If I want to use Goldwave, I'll use it on the computer.
Google has 1 notification.
Google app.
Google One.
Google One, that is for like expanded cloud storage and stuff like that.
Google TV.
Google TV, that is like their aggregate for like streaming services and stuff like that. It's kind of like Apple TV.
Health studies.
We talked about that,
Home.
and that,
Hulu.
and that.
Idalicta.
That's another game that I've not done much with.
Indeed job search.
Yes, I'm looking for a job, so I have that. That will help you with like your resume and stuff like that and help you find possible employment.
Instagram.
Instagram, I do use that service when I'm not locked out.
Jieshuo Plus has 1 notification.
That is the screen reader that we are using right now.
135.
Keep notes.
Talked about that.
Kindle.
He's had enough.
I think we all know what Kindle is. It's been around for a while, so we should.
Libby.
We talked about that.
Link to Windows.
That allows you to hook up your phone to your Windows computer and get messages and things like that.
Lookout.
Talked about that.
Lost Vault.
That's another game that I really haven't messed a lot with.
Macrodroid.
Talked about that.
Maps.
Google Maps.
Mastodon has 4
Mastodon, we talked about that.
Meet.
And that.
Messages.
And that.
Messenger.
And that.
Micro G settings.
That is something to allow me to use like Revanced Manager and stuff like that and still be able to sign into my YouTube account.
Microsoft Launcher.
Microsoft Launcher, I installed that as a test for one of our videos, and I've never used it again because I like the launcher I've got.
Mistplay.
Mistplay does not work very well. It's supposed to let you like play games and earn money and stuff like that, but I can't find anything that I can actually play, so yeah.
Multi-TTS.
Multi-TTS is actually what you're hearing right now. That is a package that you can install and you can import voice data into it. And the big thing it allows you to do is to use the Microsoft Natural Voices, like the ones that Windows 11 gave us for narrator, on these phones. And as you can tell, I'm using it right now. That is Microsoft Aria that you're hearing reading my phone. You can do like the online voices too, but they lag very, very badly. Here, I'll show you.
Application icon. Avatar. Long press to edit. Edge TTS tab. Edge TT. Avatar. Long. Avatar. Avatar. Long press to edit. Online. Click to listen but. Avatar. Long press to edit online AR Lee. Avatar. Long press to edit online BNN. Avatar. Long press to edit offline PTBR. Offline. Click to listen but. Edge TTS. Online. Click to Avatar. Long press to edit online ZHHK. Avatar. Long Avatar. Online. Click to Avatar. Long press to edit online ZHCN. Sports. Nav. Avatar. Long press to edit online ZHTW. Avatar. Long press to edit online DDK. Avatar. Long press to edit offline ESES. Edge TT. Avatar. Long press to edit online DDK. Avatar. Long press to edit online NO. Avatar. Click to listen online. Natasha.
New notification from multi-save narrator speaker. Natasha. on.
Avatar. Long press to edit online DADK. Avatar. Long press to edit offline ESES. Elvira. Offline. Click to listen. Avatar. Long. Avatar. Long. Kotia. Avatar. Long press to edit offline DEDE. Kotia.
1,425 other hunters are roaming the forest.
See?
Avatar. Long press to edit offline DEDE. Conrad. Avatar.
Like,
long press to edit offline ESES.
It lags very badly.
Avatar. Elvira. Click to listen button. Avatar. Long press to edit
I
offline
can't sign
ESES.
the north
Avatar. Olvaro.
Steady hands. Perfect
Offline.
timing.
Click to listen button. Avatar. Avatar. Dahlia.
138 damage points. He's done for.
Avatar. Long press to it. Kotia. Avatar. Click to listen button. Offline. Probot. Offline. Nija. Avatar. Click to listen button. Offline. Guy. Avatar. Click to listen. Offline. Jenny. Click to listen button. Offline. Aria.
New notification from multi-save narrator speaker. Aria. Done.
HTTPS tab. Home button. Home screen 1 of 1. Home. Home button. Audio cap.
Now we have to get back down to where we were.
Messenger. Misplay. Netflix.
I think we all know what Netflix is. But yeah, that's why I'm not using the Edge voices, is because of how much they lag.
Nova Launcher Prime.
Nova Launcher Prime. I did buy the Prime version of this thing because I love it.
Nova Settings.
We've talked about that.
OneDrive.
Microsoft OneDrive, that is, well, their cloud thing.
One Step Reader.
One Step Reader, formerly KNFB Reader. I keep that around in case it's ever needed.
Orange Tree.
Orange Tree is another game that it's kind of a clicker.
Outlook has 18
We've talked about that.
Quickly.
That's another Mastodon client that I haven't done much with. I just installed it to, well, play around with it, and I keep forgetting to, actually sign in.
Pandora.
We've talked about that.
Paramount. Palmstad app.
That is a surveys, internet sharing type thing. You can make money from it. It takes forever, but you can. I've gotten a few payouts from them, so yeah.
PayPal has one
Talked about
notification.
that.
Phone has one note.
That.
Photos.
That.
Pixel tips.
That comes with the phone. That is just tips on what kind of stuff you can do with it.
Playbooks.
Playbooks.
Play Store.
Play Store.
Pluto TV.
Pluto TV we've talked about.
Pocket Casts has one
That.
podcasters.
That's Spotify for podcasters. I used to use that service. This app right here is the reason I don't anymore, is because it's an inaccessible, clunky mess.
Podcasts.
Google Podcasts, which went away, and I don't know why I still have it.
Ponty's Game Zone.
That's another set of, casino games and stuff like that we should really look at.
Prime Video.
Amazon Prime Video, I think we all know what that is.
Prudence Screen Reader has one notification.
Prudence Screen Reader is another screen reader I've got installed. I haven't used it a whole lot, but it's okay.
Quora.
Quora, I like to read my digest from that because it's stupid.
Reader.
We've talked about that.
Reading Mode.
Reading Mode is another app from Google, although I'm not exactly sure what it does.
Recorder.
That's the voice recorder that comes with the phone.
Reddit has 14 notifications.
That's the regular Reddit app. I only installed that so I could get to my chat because Red Reader won't let you do it.
Red Reader has one notification.
Speak of the devil, we've talked about that.
Reminders.
Reminders, that came with the phone.
Revanced Manager.
Revanced Manager allows you to patch certain apps to give them extra functionality or stuff like that. It's like an app modding thing. Like, that's how I've got my YouTube patched so that I don't have to put up with ads.
Rewards.
Google Opinion Rewards, you answer surveys and get Google Play credit for it.
RH Voice.
RH Voice is another speech engine that I keep installed in case all of the other ones break.
Roku.
Roku, that's the Roku app so you can watch the Roku channel.
Safety.
Personal safety, that comes with the phone.
Seeing AI.
We've talked about that.
Send files to TV.
That.
Settings.
That.
Signal.
That's another messaging app that I am not signed into.
Silva Method.
That app is not what I thought it was. I thought it was like a guided meditation thing. Well, it is, but you have to pay for these courses. So it's not the app I thought it was.
Securing music volume 60.
Skype.
Skype, they finally fixed that. I think we all know what Skype is, but from what I've heard, they finally fixed that so it's actually usable.
Smart Audiobook Player.
Smart Audiobook Player, we talked about that.
Smart HQ.
That I installed to help someone out to figure out if it would work and just never uninstalled it. I don't even remember what it does.
Snapchat.
Snapchat, I installed that, but I don't remember my Snapchat info.
Solid Explorer.
File manager that I can't use because my trial ran out.
Sonar Islands.
That's a game that I can't use because you have to pay a monthly subscription just to be able to play the daggum thing.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud is a music sharing and listening service.
Speed Test.
Speed Test does exactly what it sounds like. It lets you check your internet speed.
Spotify.
I think we all know what Spotify is, and besides, we talked about that.
Tap Manager.
Tap Manager, if you've got one of the tap wearable keyboards, the little thing that straps to your fingers and let you type, this is how you hook it up.
TapTapC.
TapTapC is another visual assistance app, but it's inferior to all the other ones I've got because it doesn't really do near as much as they do. It's kind of an older one.
Tasker.
Tasker is an app I bought a while back to see what it did, and I still haven't figured out how to use it.
Tasker Secondary.
I'm seriously
Team
injured
Talk.
and need
Team
immediate-
Talk, I think we all know by now what that is.
Telegram has 107
Talked about that.
Thunder.
That's a Lemmy client, and Lemmy is to Reddit what Mastodon is to Twitter, basically.
TikTok.
TikTok, I have that. I made a new account just to make them mad because they took mine away for bullcrap.
Translate.
Google Translate, I like to play with that.
With
Trivia
your
Crack.
notes in
We
hand,
talked about
Sergeant
that.
Pepper
TuneIn
left
Radio.
this
And
message.
that.
Tusky has 36.
And that.
Twitch has 3 notifications.
Twitch is another streaming platform. I think most of us know what that does.
Visible.
Talked about that.
Health points have
VLC.
been restored.
That,
Vocalizer voices.
the vocalizer voices, as you can tell, I don't use those like I used to, but I still have them.
Voice.
Google Voice, we talked about that.
VPN Super Unlimited Proxy.
That's a VPN app that I use sometimes if I want to get around YouTube geoblocks.
Wallet.
Google Wallet
Watch.
comes with the phone. We've talked about that.
We're Installer 2.
That.
WhatsApp has 11.
That.
Windscribe.
That's another VPN that I never got to work.
Wordvoyance.
That's another game. It's kind of like Scrabble. Best way I can describe it.
YouTube has 7 notifications.
If now you'll notice I have 2 YouTubes. One of them is the standard one that comes with the phone, and one of them is the patched one that I use.
YT Music. YT Music.
Same with YouTube Music. One of them is the regular one, and one of them has been patched.
YT Studio.
YT Studio, that's the YouTube Studio app that lets me check my analytics and things like that.
Zedge.
Zedge, we've talked about.
Zoom.
And Zoom for video conferencing on the off chance I need it. And that's it.
Home button.
So some things have changed, some things haven't, but I thought I'd give you an update. So I will see you folks back in Streaming Land tomorrow.